excited, man. Have a very, very special friend, a brother, cousin, a faith brother, man. I mean everything, man. This guy right here, man. Y'all know him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know him on the channel. You know how we used to rock with Kingdom Talks, and man, he is
Kingdom
back in
Talks.
the building.
Yada, 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 yada.
Yo, what's up, Stacy? What's up, bro?
What's going down, fam? What's going down, bro?
Man, I'm
Good to be
chilling.
back. Good to be back. Loving the setup, too, man.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. This
It's
is
something special.
It's special.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Looking at myself right now, like, I'm not used to this.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, this is nice, man. Yeah,
That's what's
man.
up.
Yeah, man. So, man, what's been going on with you, man? What's the deal? What's the word, bro?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. Really and truthfully, just been really prayed up. You know what I mean? Just staying humble as much as I can.
Man.
Doing as much as I can for the fam. You know, but that's normal. You know what I mean? I do have a couple new things, couple different things that I got going.
Yeah.
I know you seen Redeem Clean.
Redeem Clean in the building. Come
Yup,
on, somebody.
yup.
Redeem
Yeah.
Clean.
Me and my brother Josh Cross from my church, we actually linked up together and basically went into business together. We
Oh.
started a detailing company, an auto detailing company.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so we basically, it's a mobile company, so we'll pull up to you, and as long as you have, a hookup of water and power, then we basically detail your car right there, in front of your house. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah, man. We started about a month ago. We got really, really good traction. It's blowing me out of the water. You know what I mean? Like blowing my expectations out of the water.
Oh, that's legit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro. It's really moving and it's grooving, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yo,
You know what
I
mean?
seen that truck that you cleaned on there. That mug was
Oh,
legit,
bro.
bro.
That was literally just yesterday,
That
man.
was a yesterday
That
truck.
was just yesterday. We didn't even want to leave. We was looking at it so long. It was just like,
Bro.
it's like this is my baby. I don't want to
Yeah,
leave it. You know
that
what
was
I mean?
that one was clean. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Like
dope.
from the top to the bottom, the in and the out. That mug,
Facts.
yeah, that mug was legit, bro.
Facts. It was
Man.
dope. It was dope. Yeah, man. So I mean, that's pretty much what I got going right now. That's what I'm spending most of my time on.
Yeah. So how long you been like actually? When y'all started it up, how long y'all been getting it in? You know what I mean?
So we literally planned this probably 2 months ago. I would
that's
say.
what's up.
So it's been a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
But it's something that we already had a passion for. So we knew it would go. You know what I mean? We already had a passion for it, and we were already detail oriented people.
Yeah.
When I clean my car, I don't just clean my car. I detail it. You know
Most
what I mean?
definitely.
Like, it look like a new car when I finish it.
Yeah.
So, we were kind of, bouncing ideas back and forth. We're like, man, this right here will be perfect. So we just pretty much jumped ahead first, you know what I mean, straight into it.
Yeah.
And now we knee deep, and it seems like this is exactly where we should have been. So,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
the dope thing about it, what I love most about it is that it's still a Christian brand.
Yeah, bro.
And that hence the name Redeemed Clean.
Redeem Clean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I
Hey.
mean, obviously we're redeemed, but also, the spin to it is that we're redeeming the value of your vehicle. You know what I mean? So,
That's big.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so that's what I love about it. I can still represent Christ even in my business.
Yeah.
And kill two birds with one stone.
Yo, that's official, man. Yeah, man. I think that's good too.
Yeah.
And you know what's dope, man, is that I love the fact how you unashamed with it though. You know what I'm saying? Like you out there bold with it, and letting people know like this is exactly what it is. And at the same time, what it does is it draws people in. You know what, bro? I was the other day, dog. I was you know what I'm saying? We just came back from down I went somewhere with the fams, bro, and we stopped up at Quick Trip, bro. Came out, bro, had on the Just Jesus shirt. Now I'm not vibing out like really tripping too deep, you know what I'm saying? I'm just rocking it.
Right.
And lady had saw the shirt, and then she pulled me aside. She said, well, she wrote in her window, she was crying, and she said my husband would have loved that. I'm like, oh, what's going on? She said my husband just passed 2 days ago.
Whoa.
And yeah, bro. And what was crazy about it was, had not at the time my wife was like, hey, turn in there. If I wouldn't have turned in, I would have just missed it, because I was actually trying to hurry up and get back to the house. But by stopping there, that happened, and had an opportunity to pray for her and everything. But what was so dope, bro, was I just seen how sometimes we just don't know how somebody will see it and then it'll really affect them, or somebody will hear something and it affect them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
in those
yeah.
ways. You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that God did that
It
for
was
that lady.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing she was already a Christian, or
I'm believing so, because when we prayed, all I know is that she started crying, and you know what was so wild, bro? I didn't even have the words to say, like, what do you say in a situation like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
somebody just lost their spouse, and you like,
Sorry to
yo,
hear that, but after I'm sorry to hear that. It's like, what else comes from that?
yeah,
You know what I
like,
mean?
you know what I'm
Like,
saying? I'm like, dang, should I bind? Should I loose? I'm like,
I think what you
shoot,
did was the exact thing that I would have done, and that most people would think to do. Is I don't have words to say to you to console you,
yeah.
so let's just go to the Father together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, but that was one of the dope stories that just recently happened right before the fourth. And what
Wow,
was
wow.
crazy, man, was what I'm saying, like, it's wild. Sometimes you just don't know like how things are gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying, that day. But then something like that happens, and it just, because that whole day, bro, I was like, not that I was feeling low or just, you know what I'm saying, going through some real deep things, but I
Right.
knew without a shadow of a doubt that it's just something that you need to hear at times. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
yeah.
you just never know. You know what I mean? Like how just something like that can like inspire somebody. Uplift them, and you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
bring them back. You know what I'm saying, to that place. So that's hence the name. Like I was actually talking. Wanting to say that from that redeemed, clean, just a name and putting that thought in somebody's mind can help change the course of someone's day. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
powerful. So yeah, like that's why I'm like, yo, that's dope, because just to have that in someone's mind, and just it can change somebody's mind just by just saying it. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts. Yeah. Well, we taking a page out of your book with just Jesus.
Oh yeah, you know
Because
what I'm
that's
saying?
super unashamed right there.
Hey man, I got to, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? And I be
Yeah.
feeling strong too. I walk in, I got this on, cause man, Jesus is good, man.
Right.
He's
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's good news, bro.
Yeah, man. What about you, though? What you got going?
Man, bro, shoot, like now, man, I've been, trying to be committed to, the ministry, bro, and getting that going, and like, bro, it's been rough.
Really?
No lie, no lie, it's
Really?
been
How
rough.
so?
Well, I told my, my bishop, I was like, the Lord called me into ministry, and you know what I'm saying, He want me to, of course, be minister the word and everything, and He was like, I want to let you know this up front. He said, there's gonna be days where you doubt yourself, and then there's gonna also be days where your surroundings and other people, are gonna doubt you and things like that. He said, but if you know that God called you to it, He was like, you know what, you good. I was like, okay,
Right.
and I'm taking it all in at that time, but I'm not really like, I haven't experienced the fact of like even myself, like, God, did you really like call me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because you know how sometimes it is, you get to that place and you like, man, you know what I'm saying? And you start to see other people's progress, and you feel like, dang, man, maybe I'm not doing enough. And it starts to all like affect you mentally.
Right.
And
Right.
but
Nah, I
yeah,
feel you.
yeah. And so like with that being said, like that's kind of like, you know, the place where I've been, you know what I'm saying, the last couple, actually like the last, probably like 5-6 months now, you know what I'm saying, just been, really, dedicated to that. And man, just it's hard, man, because sometimes the fruits don't come in the way that you hope, you know what I
Right.
mean.
Right.
And so, but this process has been, it's been difficult, man. But man, hey, man, I'm still trucking,
Still pushing.
still moving.
There
You
you
know what I
go.
mean, and
There
and
you go.
and it's
Hey,
still holding on. You know what I
that's
mean?
what's up. That's what's up, man. That's all you can do. That's
Yeah,
actually a perfect segue for what we was talking about. What we're gonna talk about.
yeah,
With,
bro,
staying motivated.
and consistent.
Staying consistent, staying encouraged.
Yeah,
And how to do that and how to navigate those waters. You know what I mean? That's what you've been trying to do, and that's what you've been doing, because your head is still above water.
yeah,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So what would you say, like, right now is your biggest motivating factor in staying motivated and consistent?
Wow, I think the biggest thing would be, you know what I'm saying. I mean, what I went through, probably about 5-6 years ago, man. The Lord was like so kind and so gracious to me, bro. And what He did was, man, He showed me so much mercy. Like right now, bro, I could be 6 feet deep, you know what I mean? And He showed
Mm-hmm.
me so much mercy, so much favor. And what I realized is that it was the grace of God that kind of like pulled me into, really just keeping me consistent. Because it's like, you know, I told my wife this other day, I was like, babe, I said, you know what? I said, you know, have somebody ever been so good to you where you can't help but to be good to them back in return? And I was telling her like that's kind of like where I am now. It's like I can't give up. You know, it's like, you know, sometimes like you want to, but then like you can't. It's just something that won't let you. And it's not like something that's forcing you, but it's kind of like, yo, you know what I mean? I can't give up. I got to keep moving. And so the motivating, you know, piece in my life was his goodness, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of kept me, you know, focused and moving forward. Cause he never like looked down on me. He always was like, you know, okay, like keep moving, keep walking. That's what this whole process is about, you know?
Exactly.
And so yeah, that's kind of like where I am, you know what I mean? That's why I'm still moving. But I tell you the truth though, another thing would be even the fact that I don't see the things that I'm, you know, praying for or hoping for, just being relentless, bro, with just still saying it, you know what I mean? Kind of like trying to stay speaking it even though I don't see it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah. So like what's kind of some of your vibes and, you know, staying consistent and motivated, or even bouncing back? I want to talk about that too, because I got some things like bouncing back from just a horrible state, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like what, you know, how you be vibing through, you know what I mean? You know, mobbing through them.
So for me, whenever I'm, I guess whenever I'm down or whenever I feel kind of lackadaisical or whatever, I have to rely on what I know about my situation. I have to rely on, you know, just looking back to looking to my family, looking to the people that are dependent on me, looking to the people that first gave me the gift that I'm using, like, you know, God, obviously, you know, like you gave me this gift. What I, you know, how can I, obviously I can't repay God for anything, but how can I show appreciation, you know, by not doing what you wanted me to do with the gift? So, you know, just taking that into consideration, like I said, looking at my family, what will my family be right now if I just gave up and said, you know what, this is too much,
man,
you know? So I look at my responsibility to God first and my responsibility to my family. And I'm not going to lie, as a man, my responsibility to my family a lot of times hits me and enters my mind first. You know what I mean? So that's just me being 100% honest. You know, obviously, you know, it's supposed to be vice versa. It's supposed to be I do every single thing that you know, I don't get down because I'm trying to honor God first. But a lot of times it's you know, switched for me. But those are the two biggest reasons though.
Wow,
you know
that's
what I mean?
big.
I can't sit on what God has gifted me with, and then I can't sit down and let my family fall and fail because the head of the family decided he no longer wanted the responsibility as the head of the family.
Wow, that's big, man. Hey, that's big. But you know what? Like, straight out, hey, that's big though. That's big, bro. Yeah,
I need to get good on this over here so I can.
So these are the clap vibes. Yeah. No, that's the horn there. Hey, that's what's up.
I didn't forgot.
Oh no, that's all Jesus, man. But yeah, man, like that's real good, man. I think that's so good, man, because you know, like that's kind of like where it is, you know, like having that mindset, man. Like, you know, I was talking to some guy at my job just last night, bro, and he was telling me about some, you know, some personal things. We was going in personal, talking about some personal issues and stuff. And something he said, or something that was brought up in the midst of that, is like, man, like when you have a conscience, you know what I'm saying, about things that's going on, it's kind of difficult just to say like, you know what, I'm done, you know, and just giving up. Even when you say it, you mentally are not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know? You can say it all day and night, but you know you're not actually gonna give up.
Because it's like a human response. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know for a fact, you like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say this because I feel this, but you know, mentally and in my heart, it's just not. It just doesn't line up. It's like, you know what? It's like an irritation in your spirit, right? It's like your spirit is like not agreeing with the natural human flesh side, and then you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and then it takes more, like, not more pressure, you know, but it takes more of just saying, like, you know what, nah, man, I got to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's the difference between your will and your feelings.
yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your feelings is like,
That's hard,
man,
boy.
I'm done. But your will is
Yeah.
not going to allow you to stop.
Your will is stronger than your feelings.
Oh, of course.
It's stronger.
Of course.
Although your feelings might be more popular when it comes
yeah.
to
Decision making.
Yeah, because you know we have, you know, our mind, our emotions, so, you know, but our spirit is just, it's just something that, yeah, bro, you know.
Good analogy. Thinking of Rocky Balboa or just
Yeah.
any fighter in the ring. It hurt. You know, your feelings. It hurts to get knocked down.
Yeah, bro.
You know, your tooth knocked out and you're bleeding and all of this.
Yeah.
Eye swollen.
Yeah.
But your will won't allow you to stay on the canvas when you know you can stand back up. When you know you can stand back up and your will is strong enough.
Yeah.
Like you said, your will is stronger than your feelings.
It is, bro.
You know, I got more in me.
Yeah, you know, CT Fletcher.
Yeah,
Bro,
of course.
his story's so impactful, bro. When anytime I think about him saying that, he was like, man, you won't defeat me. He was talking to his fears and his you know, the things that would try to come and stop him and block him, and you know what I mean. He always would say, like, you won't defeat me, and like he'll talk to the opposition or talk to the fear or talk to, you know, that mind state that says, like, you can't do it, or the feeling that said you can't. But what's so dope, you know, what I pulled away from his story was, like, bro, he kept bouncing back, you know, even though he got knocked, you know, 5 steps back, you know, he'll bounce 5 steps forward with, you know, talking about something else and being, you know, more consistent with, you know, speaking, saying, like, you know, this is not going to defeat me. Right. And I think that attitude, man, it is so important to have, you know what I mean? Because, like, bro, this world, you know what I'm saying, it has so many different obstacles, so many different, you know what I'm saying, things that happen and challenge us, like personal issues when it deals with family, or am I doing, you know, this is some of the things I feel sometimes too, like, am I doing too much, or am I not doing enough? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, when you take some time by yourself, sometimes you feel, what's the best word to say? You feel, not like a victim, but like you feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm
trying to think. I don't know.
You feel kind of, dang, bro, what's the word I'm looking for? You feel like you're doing something wrong if you take some time and spend by yourself and you haven't dedicated. Selfish. Yeah, there we go. That's the word. There it is. Yeah, so you feel a little selfish if you take too much time and you like, you know, you like, dang, you know what I mean? Maybe I should be applying it here. Maybe I should be applying it here. And I think that in that time like that, what I do to stay motivated, like you said, you gotta know what your you gotta know your focus, right? You gotta know what you're doing and why you're doing it, because that thought can linger, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll be sitting on your mind, and you be like, dang, I really am spending too much here. But you know, like, when you're focused on like the target, it's more like you hear it, but you're still like, okay, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, so you can stay moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What you're doing is the variable. Why it never changes. Yeah. You know what I mean? The goal, like people say, know your why. You know, that's know the goal, know the end result. What do you really want to happen as a result of what you're doing? Yeah. So the variable is what you're actually doing. Give you an example. My why. I want to support my family the best way that I can. I don't want to take a lot of time away from my wife, you know, being with my wife, being with my kids. I want to be able to glorify God in many different ways than I have been able to in the past. Yeah. So I wanted to start a business, you know, and I wanted the business to flourish, and I wanted to, you know, be able to take my time back now, and I don't got to go to a 9 to 5. Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to say is I started up, what was the first one? The first thing I tried to start was Royal Temple Nutrition, which is these are not failed businesses, but they're on the back burner now. So I tried to start Royal Temple Nutrition. Yeah. It's a long haul to get that type of business off the ground. You see what I'm saying? Just because it takes a lot, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of traction, a lot of, you know, just trying to get a lot of people's eyes on you. It just takes a lot. Yeah. So that one is kind of, man, that's going to take a lot, you know? So I kind of got to set that to the side and on the back burner now. Same thing with my investment company. which was basically doing wholesaling.
Mm-hmm.
Now that so boom, my variable changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm actually doing changed. The goal never changed.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing changed.
Mm.
And so with that, I'm like, man, now the market that we're in right now, it's just not really good for
that type of business.
For that type of business, for wholesaling. You know,
Wow.
it's not great for that right now. So boom, switch the variable again, and I put in what I'm doing right now, which is a practical business, something I can go put my hands to, and I can actually go do that and take money, get money from that immediately.
Wow.
So the variable continues to change, but my why never changes, and now I'm starting to see a lot more success than I was from the other businesses.
Yeah.
Because a lot is coming in quicker than from those other ones.
That's
but
what's up.
you know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point, is just to say the variable changes, and you can change what you do all day and night. But the why, if your why is strong enough, and your goal is strong enough, then you'll always keep that in the forefront of your mind, and everything else just revolves around your why.
That's good, bro. That's good. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the more that you set your mind on why you're doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Not only does it get easier, but you know what? Then you actually are able to stay more determined. You're able to stay more dedicated. And you know what I'm saying? And other things fall in place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think, that's big, and that's the big thing. Like, when I first got married, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I wanted to get married was because I just wanted to please God. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the why, am I getting married? I'm like, I'm gonna get married. I want to please the Lord. But I've realized though, even with the why, you know what I'm saying? Always there's some other things that come with that in time. And I've seen that, yes, my why was right, those things was right, but then there was still all these other things that I had to know, like, okay, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Now marriage is something that, like you was talking about, it's time. Marriage is dedication. Marriage is, you know what I'm saying, constantly, you know what I'm saying, being involved and, being committed. Also, marriage is not always easy. Sometimes it's difficult, you know what I mean? There's nights where, you know what I'm saying, you like, God, listen, I need help, and, come through. There's nights where there's indifferences, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, like, when you, like you was sharing, like, your why, the reason behind, why you're doing what you're doing, it makes it that much more easier. And, you're able to kind of like, sit back and be like, you know what? Okay. All right. Now, like, let me apply this and let me do that. And let me put this forth. And that's kind of like, bro, now, like, bro, where I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, it's knowing the why, like, why am I ministering? Why am I doing this? Why am I giving this time? And I think that it's important to ask that question too. Like, if you're in a place where you don't know what's going on, like, say, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? And that being said, man, it kind of helps so much because it allows, you know what I'm saying, the voice to come in, you know what I'm saying? And then also I've noticed some voices will come in and then it feels like it is not right. And then at the time, when you sit back and I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
So sometimes, bro, when something is being said that is right and it doesn't seem or feel right, you like whatever. But then you go home, you sit down, and you think about it, you're like, yo, man, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it makes sense. I see now why. You know what I mean? Someone says that or they say this, and it kind of puts you in that mode.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of like what I vibed on, with this ministry deal, man. And man, I'm trying, bro, every day to keep focused and keep moving forward. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. It's faith, man. Staying like grounded in faith, staying rooted, believing that what God said is true. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the main thing.
That's what it is, right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad you said that last part because a lot of people miss that when it comes to what faith really is.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is not, hey, because I think that God wants me to do this, so I'm going to have faith that this is going to come to pass. Yeah. That's not faith. Faith is God gave me a promise. Yeah. And I'm going to stand on that promise even though I don't see it.
Even though you don't see it, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So faith comes from promises that God gives. Yeah. And in the mere fact that he gave a promise, I'm going to stand on the character of God. He's always fulfilled his promise.
Yeah, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So that's big.
Yeah, man. I most definitely. Bro, did I tell you though that before we even got in this spot though, right in the house, I was saying that though. When I was telling you that like the Lord was gonna give me a house from the ground up, then we actually talk about that.
Yeah.
That and bro, this is actually
times.
And this was before like this actually took place. And why I wanted to bring that up, bro, because like man, that was so big and instrumental in my life, man, because it wasn't something that I heard God say like, yo, I'm gonna give you this house. It was just like you said, like that promise, and I believed it, kept speaking it, and then like, you know, the Lord kept moving things into place, and that is what gave me more confidence, man, to be like, you know what, Lord,
Exactly.
I know that this is what you want me to do. You know, you want me to
Exactly.
step out on faith. And you said something that was big, bro, that was huge. You know, faith is something that like you really are not, that you can't see, but you putting all of your hope, you putting all of your energy, you putting all of, you know, what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, I know that this is it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where a lot of people miss it as well. And they, you know, don't continue to speak it. It's because it's like, yo, it's not happening. But yo, you doing it. That's what the faith is. It's like,
Yeah.
without you doing it, there is nothing happening. But while you're doing it, while nothing is happening, that's faith. And that's what,
Yeah.
you know, God is pleased with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the quote? Faith is the substance of
Of things
things hoped
hopeful.
for, the evidence of things not seen. The only reason why it's an evidence and I can't see it is because God promised it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
You
good.
know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So that's the only
good,
reason
bro.
why it's an evidence.
Yo,
Because God has
that's
never
nice.
not fulfilled his promise.
That's good, bro.
You know, so if God right now said, "Hey, I'm gonna make you a millionaire tomorrow," I
Yeah.
can't see that. I don't know that. You know what I mean? I personally can't see it, and somebody else can look at it and say, "Man, that's foolish."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I know that God promised it,
Yo.
then it's evidence.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Based off of the fact that He's always fulfilled His promises.
And you know what? That's so dope too, man. I love you brought that up, because faith should look foolish to other people.
It has to.
That, you know, because it's like, yo, like, how in the world you gonna believe God's gonna do this and your condition is like completely messed up? You know what I'm saying? So it should look foolish to other people in some ways, because, you know what I'm saying, it's something, like you said, it's a promise, and that promise is something that's spoken to your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's revealed in pieces in your life. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So it's like faith, man, you know, is something that looks foolish to people. So, you know, like when people start to say like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, that ain't gonna work and this ain't gonna turn out right, and you know what I'm saying, and sometimes even like personal doubts, you know what I'm saying, because I've struggled and battled with those, like, you know what I'm saying, like, man, God, for real, you know what I mean, and having to apply more of saying that He's gonna do it, even though, you know, it doesn't seem that way, bro. But I tell you the truth, bro, like with this house, there was never no doubt.
Really.
There was never no doubt.
So was this something that you guys had built, or you just basically had already put your dibs in as it was being built?
Well, nah, it was like the foundation wasn't even laid. It was a lot. This was a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the foundation wasn't even laid. Like,
I swear we talked about that already.
Yeah, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
It wasn't even laid, bro. It was all like, it was just a lot. And the lady was like, yeah, this is the last house that we're building on this corner, blah blah blah. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whoa, you know, my wife called me, told me. But what was so crazy, like, bro, like that whole process of us getting to that point, there was so many other things in the way. I never doubted God that He was going to give it to me. I just knew certain things was not the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's the only thing I can honestly say that truthfully, like with faith, that I continue to stay consistent in and just believed it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And with ministry though, this is a different beast, because what God said was within a year, He's calling me away from my job and bringing me to full-time ministry.
Ooh.
I don't know how that's happening.
Right.
Like, I can't see it.
Wow.
Like, I believe what you said, God, but, you know, I can't see it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, but my
Ooh.
faith, exactly. So that's why I was telling my wife, I'm like, babe, you know, this one right here is,
This was about to go down.
yeah, well, but it's one of those ones where I have to just keep speaking it and keep being dedicated, even when I don't see, even in those dark days, you know what I'm saying? Because the dark days come, you know what I mean? But, you know, I don't know, man. I just believe it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I just keep pressing in prayer, like I'm sure you do. You know what I mean? Hitting up your elders and stuff, and your pastor, and I'm sure you do. We already talked about it. I already know you do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just keep pressing in, man. You know,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
what's up, and that's something I'll be in prayer for too.
Man, appreciate that, bro, for
Yeah,
sure,
facts,
man.
Facts.
Man. But yeah, man, that's big though, bro. I think like, yeah, like it's it's just like, man, just being, you know, determined and being dedicated, and you know what I mean, and not, you know, I think sometimes what it is that, like, you know, those times come not, you know, to kind of keep us, you know what I mean, bottled in, but it's just a response of moving forward with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't determine when you're driving down the street if somebody's gonna drive by and, you know, go fast, or, you know what I'm saying, not stop at a stoplight, but you know what I mean, like we were saying, like your why, like why are you doing this, and why are you moving forward, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm driving, I'm being safe, I'm protecting, you know, myself, I got my seatbelt on, so it's all of those things into place, you know, but, you know, not getting distracted by everything else that's around, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Just staying focused. You know what I mean? And I was just thinking this when you was talking, is that your why actually speaks more to who you are than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing doesn't matter as much. It's why you're doing it. You know what I mean? It's what you're trying to reach. Like, if you got somebody that just wants to be rich, and his why is because I want, you know, money and power and whatever, that's his why. So that says more about him than what he's actually doing to get it.
Wow, that's
deep,
what
I'm saying?
bro.
That says something about his heart.
That's deep.
You feel me? So that's just something that I was thinking. You know what I mean? Like, for you and for me, our why is rooted in God. Our why is rooted in our family. It's rooted in, you know, the ministry. It's rooted in getting the gospel out and things like that.
Yeah.
So that is what really speaks to us. And what we're doing is just really trying to get to that point.
Yeah.
So it says less. So I could be doing redeem, clean detailing, and you could be doing all of your thousands of you know what I mean, motivational videos and all of the stuff that you into, you know, pushing just Jesus and everything. I could be working at my 9 to 5. You could be working at your 9 to 5. But that doesn't say much about you. It's not about the 9 to 5 that you work at. It's the fact that we're doing what we're doing for this purpose.
Wow, that's good, bro.
Yeah, so.
That's good. You know, and I was talking to my wife about that. I was telling her, I said, listen, babe, I said, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, every job that I've gotten, you know, I always ask the Lord, what is the purpose here? I know ultimately the Lord gave it the job to provide for my family and, you know what I'm saying, all of those things. But I know that there's a purpose everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can't get away from. You know what I mean? I think that, you know what I mean, that's been helpful too. You know what I'm saying? To kind of be like, what should I learn here? What can I get from here? Because, bro, I'm not the smartest dude on the block, right? Like, but I am somebody who can understand, somebody who can, you know, speak level, right? That can talk to you and help you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I'm
so
with you.
You know what I mean? those guys that be speaking in circles, I'll be like, oh my God, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Help me out, bro. Like, what do you mean by this? You know what I'm saying?
Break it down. Break it down.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But yeah, that right there, bro, has been, you know, one of those things, bro. It's like, you know, just moving forward with that, believing it. And, you know, just holding on, man, to the truth that he told me, man. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, man, that, you know what I'm saying, as long as, like, you know what I'm saying, like that foot just continues to move forward, you know what I'm saying? Even when it rains, or, bro, even when there's some obstacles, or even when there's, you know what I'm saying, some snares on the road, you know what I'm saying? I know that there's a lot of things that, you know, are there, you know what I mean, that can. But you know what I was thinking the other day, bro? I'm driving through this the drive-through, and just, man, I just started to just think on it, man. I was like, you know what? It's like, man, a righteous man falls 7 times, or he falls, but he gets back up. And I thought about this. By you making a decision to get back up and keep going and moving forward, God is saying that this is the right way to live. Just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And I think that right there, you know what I'm saying, like you said, speaks a lot about, you know what I'm saying, the character of a person, or speaks a lot about, you know, why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, yeah, bro, that kind of, you know what I mean, really, really spoke to me, you know what I'm saying, the other day. And I'm like, dang, you know, I needed to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things and certain times when you hear something and it's like, whoa, that was right what I needed. You know what I mean? To keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Let me ask you this. Because I don't know why, I'm starting to really get into practicality. Yeah. So,
bro, you always been, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But I'm even more so now. So, like, now I'm like, man, what can I give that somebody can tangibly just grab and apply right now? So what would you say? It could be biblical or non-biblical or whatever you want, what would you say right now is like something that if I got a problem with motivation and consistency or whatever, and I'm out there, like, what would you say? What advice would you give to somebody? You know what I mean? Like, hey, you should do this or you should do that.
Are they struggling with the motivating?
Yeah, struggling with motivation and consistency and, you know, perseverance.
I would say don't focus on tomorrow. Don't focus on don't focus on the future. I know a lot of people say focus on the future. Don't focus on the future, because it's gonna rob you.
Wow.
It's gonna rob you. It's gonna rob you. You have to focus on right now. You know what I'm saying? Focus on right now. Because if you don't focus on right now, you know what I'm saying, like, you'll be so anxious for, you know, tomorrow. And you know what I'm saying? And what it does, it'll drain you. It'll completely drain you and have you like, you know what I'm saying, nothing's happening anyway. But if you just focus on right now, everything right now, what can you do right now? What can you, you know, what can you build, you know, right now? You know what I'm saying? Are you, you know, building right now? You know what I'm saying? Just focus on right now. Because, you know, the problem that I've run into, like, I'm trying to get back into my my exercising and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the other day, bro, I'm at the gym, getting it in.
Okay.
And I'm on the stair climber. And I'm like, yo, I'm not where I used to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can come in this mug, do 45 an hour easy, and then, you know what I'm saying, hop on the treadmill, do 45 an hour easy. But then I said something to myself. I said, Isaiah, why are you comparing yourself with the old you? You know, like, you who you are today. You know what I mean? Like, and so with
That's
that, like,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? I think that, yeah, like, that's what I would say. Like, you know what I mean? Keep that focus. And that's another thing too, bro. I'm jogging, bro. It was a hot day, bro. It's like 90 degrees outside, not including the heat index, right? So I'm jogging and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, I went to sign up at this 24-hour or Anytime Fitness up the street. He told me something. He said, what would happen if you know what I'm saying, said, like, what would, if you just gave 20 more seconds? And so that's what I say now. I'm like, what would happen if I just give 1 more second or 2 more seconds? Because, you know what I'm saying, like, if you're focusing just on the now, right, and just the next step, it's like, it's easier, bro. Because, like, man, focusing on the future and, like, everything put in it, that's where you get stressed out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. No, facts,
what you think, bro? What you think?
I'm totally agreeing with you. I mean, me and my wife just started going to the gym together.
Oh, that's big, bro.
And we kind of ran into that issue, and I didn't even think about it till now that you brought it up. My wife is getting her weight together and getting herself back on track with everything, and I'm super, super proud of her.
That's what's up.
Because she's doing it all on her own. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, she mentally wants to do it. It's not like
good,
nobody's
bro.
forcing her. You feel me?
Yeah.
Same thing with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this on my own. But when we first got into the gym and started doing things, she saw herself in the mirror and she didn't like what she saw. So it just made her emotional, right?
Damn.
But what I'm now realizing is the reason why she was so emotional and she didn't like what she saw or whatever is because she was thinking about the future. Like, and she in her mind, when she walked into the gym, she's excited, she's pumped, she's like, I'm about to get rid of all of this. I'm about to be this. I'm about to be toned. I'm about to get back to this. Whatever in her mind, that's what she's thinking. All future thoughts. But her ambition is based off of those future thoughts. So when she gets hit with reality,
yeah,
then
that's
it makes
good,
her.
bro.
You feel me?
That's a whole nother. We can ride that one all the way to the finish,
Hey,
right
for
there.
real, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's good. I like where you going with that,
Facts,
bro.
you know what I mean? But yeah, when reality hits you in the face, then it's like, wow, this is where I am.
Yeah.
So now you're thinking, instead of boom, I'm about to knock it out, you're like, man, it's gonna take me a year to get back, or it could take me 2 years to get back to what you see what I'm saying? And now you're so far ahead.
Yep.
You're not even focusing on your workout.
And that
you're not
there. You made it to the gym.
Exactly. You're not even getting everything that you could be getting out of all of the reps that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because you're focused on that tomorrow.
Facts.
Bro. And you know what? I want to share something too there, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you, like, bro, I promise I was just thinking, I'm like, Zay, I said, bro, you're in the gym now, bro. Like, you don't focus on, you know what I'm saying, like, the future. you losing all of this weight and getting toned and eating right, like you gonna stress yourself out, you know, like
because it's not gonna happen as fast as it's happening in your head.
Come
Literally
on.
in your head, you're there.
You know what I'm saying?
You already there.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fit, you buff,
yeah,
you
know
all
what
of
I'm
that.
saying? You consistent. Everything is, you know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then you get home and you get in the shower and you're like,
hold up, man. Like that,
you ain't supposed to be there.
Yeah, and then my jeans, hold on, why my jeans still tight? I know I burned 1,000 calories. Why they still tight? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, that's what I promise. It helps so much not focusing on tomorrow, man, because today, right now, like everything that you have to face, you know, you gotta, you know, get yourself motivated to get to the gym. You gotta get motivated while you're in the gym. You gotta fight off that mode that says like, you know what? Oh, you did enough. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I want to say too. Don't beat yourself up because what you did yesterday, you did like 30, 40, 50,000 reps yesterday, but today you only did 2. You know, don't beat yourself up because the problem is that, you know, you'll be comparing yourself to, you know what I'm saying, where you were mentally yesterday, you know what I'm saying, and not focusing on today. Like every day is a process, and I'm realizing that more and more and more and more with what the things that I'm doing. The process is important to be mindful of because you know what? You can look at yesterday and be like, dog, I did all of that stuff yesterday. But yesterday when you were there, you're like, man, you were looking at last month. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoying where you are. And that's why I'm like, now, you know, I looked at myself in the mirror, you know, and the other day, like I gained like 30 pounds. I went outside, bro, on 4th, took my shirt off, was like, man, I love who I am, you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes we forget that yesterday, man, like whoever we were yesterday, man, it can easily go so fast, but you can easily always bounce back so fast into, like you said, bro, why? You know what I'm saying? The motivating factor is why, like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And you know what I'm saying? And so that helps a lot, bro. That helps a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what motivating piece would you leave, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that was like, yo, man, I need some motivating piece right now, you know what I'm saying, to keep moving.
So what would I tell somebody? Man, when I asked you, I wasn't even thinking about it at the same time. I was just talking. Man, what I would tell somebody if they said, man, I need motivation is I would tell them to look at themselves, look themselves in the mirror. And I don't think it's wrong to have conversations with yourself.
Yeah, you got to, bro.
Yeah, to find out who you are and to find out what you're about and ask yourself, like, are you gonna allow yourself to quit? You know what I mean? Just I'm really big on personal accountability. You know what I mean? So even though I still watch Secret to Success podcast almost every single week.
I'll get it in on that too, bro.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, them my guys.
And ET boy be like,
oh boy, yeah.
Every time we talk. So this is what you have to do. So Diddy hit me up, man. You know, Yo, no.
Nah, that's my guy.
Yeah. ET's official, bro.
Yeah,
He's official.
Yeah. He a different type of animal too.
He is, man.
Nah, bro. So even though I listen to them guys,
yeah,
you know what I mean, and I'm on them like heavy, but I'm big on personal accountability.
Yeah.
So if somebody asks me, hey, you know, what do I need to do to, you know, get some type of motivation or maintain this consistency or whatever, I would say, you know, look yourself in the mirror and just ask yourself, like, are you going to allow yourself to quit today? You know, and again, back to today, not to tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I'm saying, are you going to allow yourself to throw in the towel today?
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean? And answer that question honestly.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I get the most out of my workouts when I'm in front of the mirror. I'm looking into, not looking at my muscles.
That's big,
but
bro.
I'm looking into my own eyes.
That's big.
Because it's like, mentally,
and you tapped in.
You
know
are,
what I'm saying? Like,
because okay, yeah, you got to rep 10, which is, you know, where you were supposed to, but you know you got 2 or 3 or 4 more left in you.
Yeah,
and
bro.
then even deeper than that, once you hit 14 or 15, and you like, man, I think I done reached that point.
You
looking at yourself in your eye, you like, you know, you can probably push one more out.
That's big,
you
bro.
See what I'm saying? So
That's big.
so in your mind,
yeah,
you could have stopped at 10, but you ended up going to 15 or 16. Because of personal accountability.
Most definitely,
you know, so that's what I would say is put all the onus back on yourself. It's nobody else's job to make you motivated, and it's nobody else's job that's gonna give you your why and
Yeah,
make
bro.
your why important or
Exactly.
purposeful. So you gotta look at yourself in the mirror, and you gotta
Yeah.
dig deep. You know what I mean?
Bro, I love what you said too, that you said you watched the Secret to Success podcast. I think another thing to do to stay motivated as well is, listen to people that can inspire you. Stop being around people that don't think like you think, that want to go higher, that want to, move forward. And that's the thing. Like, I promise you that right there, bro, without a shadow of a doubt, man, that helps so much, because it's something that someone says that can actually like motivate or spark something on the inside of you, and you can take that piece and keep moving forward. Because what that dude told me when I went to Anytime Fitness, he said, bro, he said when you take that step, you know what I'm saying? He said, just like you just said, that in you can do a little bit more. Because like when you there, bro, it's like, and then he said, you know what's so crazy? He said, I don't want to get to the place to where I look back on that day and I was like, man, 60 more seconds could have helped me win that competition. You know what I'm saying? 60 more. All it took was 60 more seconds on a treadmill, or on pastoring, or being a mom, being a dad, or all it took was 60 more seconds, and you could have broke through whatever, a generational curse, or broke through that mindset. And you know what I noticed? That it's all a mindset. Like, I was in the gym, I'm like, Zay, and I kept telling myself, what would happen if I went one more minute? What would happen if I went one more minute? What would happen? And you know what's so crazy? I was out jogging and said the same thing. I'm like, what would happen if I went one more minute and went to this stop sign? Bro, immediately, as soon as I said that, like, in my mind, bro, this dog come out of nowhere, talking about just barking, bro. I'm like, man, I'm going to keep jogging. I'm going to just be bold. And, bro, ran up on the dog, and the dog jumped up on me, and I patted the dog and kept moving forward. In that moment, that's kind of like what it's like. The dude was telling me, like, when you get there, it'll be that much more sweeter because you didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be that much more sweeter because think about it. When you give up, think about all of the thoughts that come in, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's even greater when you don't give up, right? And you keep moving forward. And so I think that is really, really something that helps, man. Surrounding yourself around those people that are building you and motivating you, and that want to continue to go forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's like if you're think about if you were in the military and you're training or something like that. You know what I mean? When you got your brothers all surrounding you, and you're all headed to one destination.
Like-minded.
I've seen it. Like, we had people in our flight that were, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight coming in, but they could not give up totally, because if we're all running together, we all running in one pace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might fall, but then you got people surrounding you that it's like, oh no, I gotta push forward. You know what I mean? I still gotta push forward. Now, if we were all the type of people that's like, that's fine. Yeah. That's no big deal. We all chilling. Ain't nobody pushing forward. We all kind of sitting back here with you. You know what I mean? You gonna think, okay, well, I gave all I could. Yeah. I failed. But I'm fine because I'm still surrounded by my people. Yeah, bro. But when you surround yourself with people that are go-getters, you're gonna become naturally a go-getter. Same thing. That's big. Same thing big. The other way. You know what I mean? If you surround yourself with people that are content, you're naturally gonna find yourself being content.
That's the thing. Like, that's big. Like, making sure, like, man, like, your circle is, and I love that too, man, because like your circle, man, is gonna continue to keep you, like you were saying, being accountable, and it's like what I've noticed about those type of circles, it's not like, bro, you got more in you need to go, but it's like y'all on levels, and like, you know what I'm saying, y'all keep building like that, and y'all keep growing, and so what it does, you know what I'm saying, so it's no condemnation when it's with, that type of, in that circle, and so that's what I think, like, bro, like that's big, that's true. That's true, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when it comes to the nature of we're talking about the nature of the group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you're with a group that the nature of it is determination, then you don't even need nobody else to tell you to be determined.
Because it's already, it's like a spirit, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You typing a message into the group message, you like, I'm not gonna say that because I know the kind of guys I'm talking to. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like you become that.
Yeah, bro. So that's big, man.
I mean, that's really big. And like you said, even with the podcast and listening to motivational videos, all of that kind of stuff, all of that is important. I personally feel like it's important because It's about who you surround yourself with. It's about what you think about yourself.
Yeah.
But it's also about what you're listening to and putting into your head.
Yeah.
Because what I listen to and what I'm putting into my head is keep going. You know what I mean? What I'm listening to and what I'm putting in my head with Secrets to Success is you can do it. Like, you know, this is not impossible.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at is it's the entirety of your surroundings, from what you're listening to, and then that's going to transform how you speak.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's going to transform everything about you. So
yo, there today, bro, I was watching this interview. It crossed my phone in YouTube, and there was this lady who had met Tupac, bro. She was she was young, bro. She was in an accident. She was paralyzed from the neck down. So she went to the hospital, and she was in the hospital, she said, for like 6 or something months. And she said the doctors kept telling her, you're not going to walk again. You're not going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be a vegetable. They were telling her moms this. And what was crazy was she was like, when she woke up from out of her coma, she was in a coma for about 6 months, bro. Wow. She woke up from out of the coma, and she realized she wasn't able to do anything. She said, because she was real active and everything. She said, she was questioning. She was like, why in the world did y'all allow me to wake up and blah, 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 blah. But she said in her rehabilitation, there was this guy that continued to come to her room and say, you know what, no matter what the doctors tell you, just keep doing every day. Just keep trying to move your arm every single day. And she said out of all those other voices that were there at the hospital, the doctors and everybody, she said his voice was ringing so loud in her head. You get what I'm saying? And I think that, like, you know what? And I want to tell somebody that's listening. I really honestly believe that sometimes when your circle, or not even your circle, but your surroundings, and all you hear is bad noise or negative influences and all of that stuff, that positive voice is going to be louder than all of those other voices, because that's going to be the only distinct voice. That's you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's true.
That's going to be a distinct voice, because it's not the same. It's kind of like with music, for example. Everybody's doing the same sound music. How can you set it apart?
Yeah.
Right. But when somebody else comes in like, yo, I know who this is, because this is, you know, it's not, you know, like everything else. And the same is true with that voice, that encouraging voice, that uplifting voice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I believe rings louder, because, you know what I mean? Even though we got so much darkness, that's why the darkness has never been able to defeat the light. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
that's why it's never been able to defeat the light,
that's
bro.
Exactly what I was going to compare it to, too. It's darkness and light. You know what I mean? You cut a light on, and it just pierces through all darkness. So that's why, like you said, you can have that one person telling you keep going, keep trying. Everybody else telling you there's no hope, and you cannot not see the light. It's like if all the lights were off and it's a candle right there. You see that. That's the only thing that you can focus on. You know what I mean? Everything else is trying to bring you down, and that's the only glimmer of hope that you have. So
and the key is making sure that you are focused on that voice. You know, the key, not because you're still gonna hear those negative things, but to be focused and to stay consistent with listening to that voice. And that is the thing, that's what this motivation, like what Stacy's talking, the motivation, speaking and hearing all of those things, because that's a light in a dark place, especially, you know, mentally, like when you all around and you know, sometimes by yourself, like, can I do this? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Am I going to be able to pull through this? You know what I'm saying? Is this going to work? You know what I'm saying? But hearing that type of voice, hearing those motivational voices and, you know, and those speeches, man, like that's big, because you never know, like, and I'm a firm believer of this, bro. I really honestly believe, bro, that like what the guy told me, bro, like you could be 60 seconds away from a breakthrough. You could be 60 seconds away from, you know, some type of miracle showing up in your life. You could be 60 seconds away from, you know what I'm saying, breaking that mental cycle that says that you can't get up and you can't do it. You know, you can't be a good mom, a good dad, a good friend, or whatever. You could be 60 seconds away. And just like he said, like that light, if you focus on that light, with all of that darkness around, like that 60 seconds is gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? That,
like
it's gonna matter.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, what it is it's unlocking, like, and that's a good example when you were talking about 60 more seconds. What happens if I, you know, run up to the stop sign or stoplight or whatever? You know, what would happen if I just continued running? Yeah. You know, what happens is once you do it and you realize, dang, I did it.
It didn't even it didn't even matter. Like, I mean, it didn't matter, but you like, hold up. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
like I was capable of that. You know what I mean?
That's good. Yeah,
and then it's like, well, what happens if I do it again? What happens if I go to this next stop sign? And you go up to and you're like, man, I can do way more than what I thought I can do. And you're unlocking something in your own mind of your own limitations that you're placing upon yourself. You know what I mean? Or it might be something that, you know, your environment placed upon you. Like, hey, we cannot go above this.
Those voices.
You know what I mean? And then you get past that little mental block, and it's like, wow, I was stopping myself. You know what I mean? And then eventually you start seeing, boom, okay, it's the people around me too that's really hindering me. And then boom, it's what I'm listening to also that's what's hindering me. So it all kind of, you know, goes together.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's big. Listening to certain things like can really affect you. It affects you emotionally, physically, and mentally. Because you could be stable, everything be good, and hear something. And I was telling my wife this the other day. I said, babe, I was like, don't you realize that feelings like are something that could really lead you into doing something? You could feel good about something and do it. You could feel bad about something and then don't want to do it. But then you got to be careful, because sometimes what you're afraid of could ultimately really be good for you. Just like we're talking about going to that extra 60 seconds to the stop sign. You know, and that is why it's important to hear that positive voice, because, you know what I'm saying, that positive voice in a negative environment or a negative situation ultimately is going to, bro, that's why faith is so dope. That's why faith is so big, because faith is in the midst of everything going on saying like, oh, this is not going to happen. Just like the lady that was paralyzed. She said the doctors kept telling her she wasn't going to move her arm. And then she said one day she started moving her arm, and the doctors looked back at her and told her, oh, no, she ain't moving her arm. That's a spasm. She was like, no, I'm moving my arm. It was like, no, that's just a spasm. That's a spasm. She said, I'm moving my arm. She was like, no, it's a spasm. And then she was like, and then she said every time her mom said move her arm, she moved it. And then she said that finally the doctor was like, oh my gosh, she's moving her arm. But what I'm believing is that like what we were just talking about, man, it's that light. It's the mental where you telling yourself like, or somebody else could be telling you. You know, somebody else could be seeing the best. That's what you want. Right. You want people around you that see the best in you. Exactly. That speak to the best in you, that encourage the best in you, you know what I'm saying? And not push you to greatness. Because, see, what I've realized, when a person is pushed to do something they don't want to do, they're not going to do it. But if a person can hear who they are, man, like we was talking in the beginning, mind over matter. They're going to make the decision, right, to do what's right, because they like, I don't want to give up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give up. I want to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm
you
with
know what I
you.
mean? Yeah.
I'm with you.
That's big.
I think one of the things we got to really press down on here, too, is that your feelings are real. You know what I mean? Your feelings are real. They're legitimate. That's how you actually feel. But you cannot allow your feelings to dictate what you're going to do.
Bro,
all the time. You know what I mean?
That's
because
big. Or what you say.
Or what you say. You know what I mean? Your feelings can't dictate your actions.
Exactly.
You feel me? You know, on any level, because your feelings can lie to you. Exactly. And that's actually biblical. You know what I mean? It talks about how, you know, your heart is deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? Bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So even though your heart is saying, oh, man, you know, man, I really don't feel like being at the gym. I've been here for 35 minutes already. You know what I mean? Like, I have gotten some type of workout, but really and truthfully, your will should be strong enough to take you out of that and, you know, allow you to press on.
That's big.
But the truth is, that feeling that you're having is really just limiting you for what you really can be. Yeah. You know, who you really are on the inside. I think that's the biggest thing, is that a lot of us don't even know who we really are, because we're allowing all of our all of those influences from the outside to tell us, oh no, this is, you should be content with that. And no, you don't have to go the extra mile. You don't got to push yourself that hard. That's not even all that necessary. You know, we allow things to make us who we are, versus saying, you know what, let's take the limitations off and let me press and see who I really am. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. So I think it's a lot of people out there that's like that. Yep. You know, a lot of people that are doing the motivational speaking and are really, really successful with it, a lot of them, if they have successful businesses that back them up and validate them, that's why I don't listen to everybody that's a motivational speaker. Exactly. Like, I like certain motivational speakers because they really do. Because it goes back to what we were saying earlier, the why. Like, why are they doing motivational speaking? True. Is it to really help me out, or is it to get money from me? Right,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
You can
That's
always
big.
sift through.
Exactly.
You can always sift through and tell who's doing this because they actually care,
Yep.
and who's doing this because it's a check involved.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because you can tell.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
big.
Know,
Yeah.
yeah. They look a little less authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same like with E.T. E.T. is rough and he's himself.
But you know it's real.
It's
you know
straight
it's
off the
real.
cuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how he actually feels. This is what he actually knows. He
Yep.
ain't giving you nothing that he got from somebody else.
Exactly.
He's telling
Yep.
you the truth of how he got his business going,
Yep.
how you can get your business going.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
things to implement. He's really giving you real talk, real
That's
life.
real status.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's big, bro.
those are the type of people you really gotta, put your stock into. It's people
Yeah.
that have done it
Yeah.
and really genuinely
Yeah.
want to see you,
Yep.
elevate.
And it's okay to give time. You know, it's okay to give time to those people, because the big thing that I've noticed as well is like, anything that's actually pouring into your life, anything that's, that's given to your life, ultimately is going to turn out, it's going to be something that you're able to give. You know what I'm saying? Something that you're able to benefit from. I've seen, bro, over the last couple months, bro, just actually like listening to different, people online. I love this guy. His name is Bishop Dale Bronner. And you know what I'm saying? He's a minister, right? He's a preacher. But I love his style. His style is dope. It's off the chain. And like when he speaks, like he preaches, you know what I'm saying, from a place of just like, it's him. It's himself. You know what I'm saying? It's and he also puts himself in a message. I think that that's kind of like what's so dope and so big about it too. But one of the biggest things I've been learning from him is that, like, you know what I'm saying, presentation. Like, you know what I'm saying, like when you're ministering, you know what I'm saying. He said the biggest thing I do when I study, he said, I'll leave gaps in my on my paper. He said, I'll leave room for God to speak. I'm like, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So that way, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to write everything all the way out. Sometimes, you know what, leave a spot and let God fill it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I was like, that to me is so encouraging, because, you know what I mean, as a minister, and you see he's like actually doing a whole lot. He's you know what I'm saying, ministering. He got his own church. He still says, listen, I leave room for God to fill these places in, even though he goes and studies and gets it in. Right. And I think that like that's it's seeing that in the examples. You see examples in others that you can draw from, and that you can bring certain things into your life, and then make the things that you're doing, not copying those things, but you know what, like actually being what I want to say, influenced by those things. To where, you know what I'm saying, you're now putting those things in what you're doing, and you're just making it that much better. And that's what I've seen, bro. Like, is being around the atmosphere is kind of like, and that's kind of like how I got my whole ministry thing like put all together from watching his. You know what I'm saying? Because you need examples. You need people that are doing the things that you're doing, and that you can be influenced by. You know what I'm saying?
You have to.
Yo.
And that's another thing. You need like you said, examples. So you got people that's around you that are influencing you. You got things that you're listening to that's influencing you. Your own personal self-talk and self-doubt that's influencing you.
Yeah, but that's big, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Right. But then you also need, like you said, examples of what you actually can be doing, or you know what I mean. I really have to be able to see where I can be. You know what I mean. So on top of other people around me and what I'm listening to and all of that, I need to be able to see. You know what I mean. An example of boom, he made it. Okay, she made it. All right, he made it. Let's go. You know what I mean. I can do this. And
applying those different pieces in there, man. Because what's so amazing. It's like this, man. Sometimes, bro, people see in us like kind of like what we see in them. And that is the truth, because like the gift, bro, is never something that God was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm only gonna give it to you when you do right, or I'm gonna give it to you when you do wrong. It's there. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so like that gift is already thriving. Right. You know what I'm saying? People see that gift, they connect with it. They you know what I'm saying, they you know what I'm saying, they like you were saying, they know the authenticity, they know the real, right? And so I think that that's what I've seen, bro, like, to see that, you know what I mean? Because I question it, bro. Like, bro, I wrote a song, man, what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago, man. I was like in a real low, deep spot, and I got so frustrated because I'm like, man, I'm looking out, I'm seeing all of these ministers and pastors, like I don't see no room and error in their life. Not that I'm like, yo, I want to see it,
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
got
know,
you.
you're doing something wrong,
I
right?
got you.
But I, you know, I'm like, you know, where is like the human person,
Yeah,
right? Like,
where's the real? I know that you can't be living that way.
Yeah, but like
the way that you preach can't be the way that you live.
all the time,
I'm
like
about to say, if that's the case, you're not human.
yeah, like, you know, and that's why I was asking God, I'm like, God, can you, not that like show me somebody else's faults, but like help me to see that, like, God, like even ministers are people. I mean, I know they people, but at the same time, like, you know what I mean? I know they're higher standard and all of this, but at the same time, we still bleed. We still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not that I wanted to see it to judge, but I needed to see it to connect, to feel like, okay, it's all right to be authentic, Isaiah, to let people know my struggles. I've struggled with, you know, getting drunk. I've struggled with, you know, lustful thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to know that, you know what I'm saying? So like when they come and listen to the ministry, they're like, okay, man, this dude's a real guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I was listening to my favorite preacher, Paul Washer, and
Paul Washer.
Well, I won't say my favorite preacher, but he's definitely one of my all-time favorites.
Mine will be Bishop Dale, man. He dope, bro. You gotta check him out.
Okay, I ain't never heard of him.
You gotta check him out, man.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check him out. I gotta listen to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was saying basically something like that. He was saying so many people ask me, you know, how do you be, you know, all the time what it seems like you are? And he was like, ask my wife. She'll tell you, I'm not who you see up here. Now what he's saying is not that I'm teaching lies or I'm teaching you stuff that he's saying I'm teaching you the word of God.
Yeah.
And because that's all that I can do as a pastor. But I have to teach the word of God as Christ said it, as it's in the Old Testament. I have to teach it based off of the authority of God. I'm not teaching it based off of the authority of Paul. That does not mean that I line up in every single way. And because I'm saying it, that means that I line up with every single thing. No, I'm preaching it to you the way that God would want me to preach it to you.
Wow.
But I'm still striving. I'm a human. And you know, that's what he was saying. My wife will tell you that I'm not who you see up here. You know what I mean?
Dang.
You know?
That's big, bro. And that, you know, and that's what I think, you know, has to be on the forefront sometimes. And I'm not saying that like I'm not for bashing the church. I'm not for any of those things. I'm just saying as a person, man, that you know, it's important that, you know, people get an opportunity to see that, not so that they can be like, yo, you know, you did wrong and I knew you was a hypocrite. I knew, you know what I'm saying? But just so that, you know, you get a glimpse in on saying like, okay, wow, like this is attainable. I can do it too. Because I think a lot of people run from certain things that could be beneficial and helpful for, and that they could be helpful in areas to help other people because of the simple fact of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that situation, like, man, everybody is so perfect. Like, I don't see no flaw in the ministry. Like, something is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, have you seen The Chosen?
Bro, I'm watching it right now.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Bro, ain't it good?
Oh, my.
Ain't it good?
I can't stop watching it.
Bro, I
every
binge watched
single night.
Yes, man.
I'm watching it every single night to the point where, bro, I almost broke down crying.
Don't you love how they did Jesus?
He's
a human, bro.
He is. Oh yeah,
he's a human.
He's got I've never, ever thought of him cracking a joke,
bro. Me neither.
You know what I mean? Like just having a conversation with somebody,
bro.
Because obviously, we only encapsulated so much. Like Christ
for
only
what was written.
Yeah, for what was written, he only encapsulated so much of himself in that, and he did that for a purpose. So he had a personality.
Bro, come on, man.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
It's just it boggles my mind when I watch it. I'm like,
bro,
okay, I know this probably wasn't his exact personality, but man, he just gave her a hug because you see what I'm saying?
But
just
you can tell too that he wasn't trying to be like all holier than thou. It seemed like he was when the scripture says that he didn't come to be served, but he came to serve.
He was a servant.
That is a great example,
dude.
I think, in The Chosen.
Dude.
Personally, because it's like, bro, he was like, bro, it's
and
like
the
I
fact
felt
that,
comfortable. Actually, I'm like, yo, I could sit down with this Jesus. I could sit down and chop it up with this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Because even if you say something wrong, he's kind.
Yeah, bro.
He's nurturing.
Yo.
He's gonna direct you back to what the truth is. But he's gonna
Christ.
do it in love because he's your friend.
Yeah, man.
You know, he's your brother. You know what I'm saying? And obviously he's the savior. He's God. But you see what I'm saying?
Did you see how he was preparing for his message?
I might not have got to that part.
That gave me so much confidence, man. So now I prepare for my messages. I practice them. Like in this, bro, in it was, I forgot, I think it was where he was getting ready to go preach about the 2 fish and the 5 loaves or something it was, but he was practicing his sermon, bro, when nobody else was around. Yeah. He was practicing it, but that just showed like the human side of Christ, bro. Like that is what I needed. Like that's what people need to connect with, the human side. Now, I'm not saying like, yo, show your scars and like, yo, I'm all jacked up, but like, you're human.
But not,
you know
even, not even Jesus, bro. Peter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
everybody was not trying to be holy.
Yeah. It's like these are people.
Like even Mary, bro. Like, yo, bro. Exactly. Like she was like, bro. Yeah. That man. Yeah. That show. Like, bro. Like I'm caught up. I watched. Each one. And I got to the point to where I'm like, dang, because now I got to wait for them to announce that they're going to come out with another one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I watched every last single one of them. And, like, bro, they legit. Like, I love the Christ in this mug, bro. And dude is, you know what? I watched him. He interviewed with the guy that wrote it. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that he broke down in the interview, man, when a dude asked him. He was like, so what are you thinking of? And he just broke down, man. Bro, honest to God, he started crying. He said, it's so important that I get this part right. And I think it goes back to what we were saying, the why. Wow. Like, I'm thinking that he's really trying to
encourage him.
Yeah, he said it's so important that I get this. And he started crying, bro. Like, it was real. It wasn't like rehearsed. It was like, yo, he said it's so important that I get this part right. And so many people have been asking, like, how's your faith been changed since you've been doing this? He said it's been took into a whole nother level. And the same with me. Like, my faith, like,
same here.
I hope this show keep going on.
Dude, I think it is.
I hope it does, bro.
I think it is. But bro, it's crazy. And then you know what? I didn't even realize why they made it an app. Why they put it on the app instead of Netflix or even PureFlix. Because they don't want you to have to pay for any of it. Wow. So when you go to the app, I guess it's a part on there that's like it's called Pay It Forward. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so basically you're paying for them to continue making. So if you want to, it's totally if you want to. Yeah. But so that they're continuing to, basically shoot and give you more episodes and stuff like that. Yeah, bro. But people don't have to pay for the content. Man, they can just get on the app and literally just receive what they delivering. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's life changing, bro.
It is, but that Jesus, bro, like, like I always imagine, like, because even when he encountered when he was talking with the Pharisees, you know what I'm saying? Because it's more so like the older the other Jesus flicks, he'll be like, you know what, thou sayest this, you know what I'm saying? And it was more so like that, but in this one, his emotion was in it. He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, how is it that you can pick your, donkeys up on the day, but this man, his hand is messed up. Like, he was human.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he wasn't like,
that's
and
true.
I think that, but you know what? I think too, the people that did play Christ, and I want to, be fair, but I think the people that did play Christ, they were trying to measure up rather than just being gifted and just letting God, work through them. I think they was trying to get that Jesus scene. I think that's kind of like what it was. Because this one, dog, it's like, when he was sitting at the table, it's like he wasn't even the star of the table. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was cracking jokes. He's sitting back, you know what I'm saying? He's eating. It's like he wasn't the star. He was the servant. He was the servant. You know what I'm saying?
And that's true. Now his disciples, they like, this dude is something different. So obviously they're exalting him. Yeah. But when he walked in the room, it wasn't like look at me.
Yeah, it was, you
like,
know what I mean? I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
That's why I like that.
That's an example for us. You know what I mean? Me as a husband, I'm given the responsibility, but the responsibility to serve.
Yeah.
Like,
bro,
think about
big.
who Christ was,
wow.
especially in this movie. It's really making it plain. Mm-hmm. Like, as much as your authority goes up, Christ wants you to serve, humble yourself. You see what I'm saying? So, like, okay, wow, you're the good, pastor of 1,000 people, which I don't know how your church grow that much, but if you are the pastor of 1,000 people, you're supposed to be serving those people. It ain't like, okay, lift me up like I'm the Pope. You see what I'm saying? No, you get down and you serve those people. Same thing with you and your family.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. I mean, this movie really is life changing.
Yeah, it is.
It really
man.
can be.
I'm hoping that they keep this moving, they keep it going forward. Cause at first, bro, I didn't know what to expect. You know, cause I'm like,
Same
here it
here.
is, another Jesus film. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, of course. You know, I'll rock with Christ. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, when I seen it, like it was real.
Normally
like-
he
it
just
was
got that
real.
smirk on his face, and he'll heal, and then pick your
and he'll
pick
just
your
pop
thing up
in
and walk.
with lights behind him.
And
You
that's
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
and that's
like,
all you get.
But didn't you see the part where they had him, bro, where he was those just listen to spoilers. But did you see that part, bro, where they had him where he was by himself, like in a tent, and he's like having to start the fire and all of that stuff. He was human, bro.
And then the kids,
everything, yeah,
and the
bro.
kids came up, and he was making jokes with them.
Yeah.
And,
It's good, man.
It's different.
Dude wrote that mug. He wrote it, man. He wrote
That's
that piece.
what's up. Yeah.
And the actors, man, they I watched the trailer, like it's in the Chosen app too. But I watched the trailer, and they were talking about. He's like, man, you just can't believe how many obstacles was in the way of us just recording the first one.
Really?
They talked about the fish, the miracles of the fish, how it was an obstacle around that. But yeah, man, it's good, man. It's good, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But
For sure. But
Oh yeah.
stay motivated.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
That's
most definitely.
We veered off a little bit, but still.
Yeah, that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? Yo.
Yeah,
But man.
It's all good.
But yeah, y'all listen, man, we gonna get with it, man. I gotta get prepared for In the Word, 6:30. So
There you go. Right
but
on.
yeah, man, listen, this has been awesome, man. This has been
100%.
This has been dope, man.
Yes,
This
sir.
has been incredible, man. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you having me, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
you
we're gonna
having
have
me,
to
bro.
link it up again, man, and make this happen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. All day.
Oh yeah, man.
Right on.
Yeah. But listen, y'all, man. Listen, we excited, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Looking forward, man, to most definitely, man, connecting with you guys. Listen, if you're watching on YouTube, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe key and hit the notification bell. Because by hitting the notification bell, you'll be notified of everything that's happening on the YouTube channel. And I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Stacy, man, you let them know, bro, about the Redeem Clean vibes, bro?
Yeah. So, like I said, Redeem Clean Detailing. We've been going for about a month and a half strong. We've got pretty good clientele base now, and it's just growing. And we put out A1 work every single time. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into it, and we treat your car like it's our own. And our purpose is to redeem the vehicle. You feel what I'm saying? And get your value back in your vehicle. So yeah, man, that's what we on, bro. 100%.
Most definitely.
100%. If you guys, I think maybe we could put like a link in the
there,
link in the description or something like that, or put it on the screen. I don't even know how we're gonna do that, but yeah, man, just check us out on our Facebook page. Check out some of our work, and I think you'll be pleased. And just hit us up with an inquiry.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Well, sure. All right, y'all, man. Y'all heard it, man. It was here, man. And thank you guys, man, for dropping in, checking us out. Don't forget to like, comment, and share as well. You know what I'm saying? That helps a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. But we'll holler at y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Love y'all, man.